Okay, sorry, my internet got disconnected, so I have connected it again. So this is the new link. Just click on this one and you will be back there. Okay. Okay, so just let me know if you all are here. Just type here welcome back so I can know if you all are back here. Okay, so just my internet got disconnected in between, so that's why everything got closed. Okay. Uh, so if anyone can tell me where where we were, the like till where you have seen the footage, okay, just let me know so I can start from from where you have seen the tutorial, so I can start from there. Can you let me know? So just let me know where you have till where you have seen it, so I will start from that point. Okay. Okay, can anyone tell me till where we have seen? I think we were in the UV editor when I was making the PSD file. Okay, is it the same thing? So let me start over from here. I will just go back here. Okay. Now what I will do here is here is that. Okay. Let me start over because my Maya got closed. Okay, so I will open the file back again here and we'll start from this part again. Okay, so basically, uh, I want to create my UV, which I did previously. If I will go in the UV editor, you will see that this is the UV. Now, what I want is that I want to do a simple output over here. I want to take this file inside Photoshop and put the texture on this file. So what I can do here is that I can go to texture here or image here, create a PSD network. Okay. So if I click on the create PSD network, it will tell me where you want the file to be. I can choose my folder here. I can click on the folder. Okay. I can go to my folder wherever my folder is. Okay. Now here I will go. I will write the name of the file. Maybe let's write it pizza box UV. Okay. Now what color of this UV I want? White color, just like this. Okay. Do I have to add any one of these things over here? So no, I don't want to add over here. Okay, let's see without clicking, like if I can do that. Okay, and I can also press anti-alias line so I can have a good quality lines, and rest of the other things I will keep it as it is here. Now I will press create, and automatically what it will do is that it will take me to the Photoshop. If your Photoshop is open, it will not take time. Okay, and if it is not open, then it might take little time. Okay, so if I go back to my Photoshop here, okay, so you will see that it will open it here. Okay, I guess I have to select any one of these. So don't worry about this one. Select anyone, just add it here, then press create. Okay, and it will open here in your what you call Photoshop. Now there is a folder here called like bump. So I will delete this. I don't want this one. Background is white color. I don't want the white background. Okay, so I will take my black color from here and fill this background with black color, and this one is the white color here. Okay, so what I will do now is that I already have copied that file. If you remember, I will go to file, open. Okay, and then I have this file here, carton. Okay, I will open this one, copy this. Okay, and I will paste it somewhere here, just like this, and make it small little bit. Okay, otherwise it will look very ugly. Okay, so I will make it more smaller. Okay, just like this. Now what I want to do is that I want to repeat this file just like this. Okay, so I will keep on repeating that, okay, until I can fill this one. Okay, so but you have to make sure there is no gaps over here. Okay, so this is how you can do that. But to save time, I already have like made a copy of this one. So what I can do is that I can make a new folder here. Like I can like drop a new color over here just like this, and add that file which I created from the pattern here. Okay, just like this. So now I have this over the top of my UV. Okay, now this part, as you know, is what this is the top part of my my object. Let me close this one. This is the top part. Okay, and then this one is basically, if you would know, is this part which is the under the top part. Okay, then rest over here, if you will see here, I have the sides, all the sides. This is the bottom part and some borders, which is not that important. Okay, so right now when I applied this whole thing on this carton material on it, so it is now on the whole object. Okay, on everything. Okay, usually you have to put right over there. Okay, because all these borders are the main borders. If you have gone through my UV editor lesson inside the lessons folder which I gave you before, you will understand more about it. Okay, that's why I was saying that you should have seen all this lesson, otherwise it will be a little hard for you to understand. Okay, but in this case what I did, I made it a bigger one and apply all over it, so it is also fine. Okay, so now I will save this file. Once I will save it, I will go back to my Maya. I will go back to my hyper shade. Okay, by clicking here on the hyper shade, I will go back in the hyper shade. Now in the hyper shade, what I want here is that I will go to the carton here. Now this carton file, I don't want this anymore. I want my PSD file which I created. So I will go to this folder. I will click here, go to this image folder, click it here. Then I will choose my pizza box UV PSD. Now what is the benefit of using a Photoshop file? The benefit is that if you do any changes here, automatically and save the file, automatically the changes are done in Maya. That's the best thing about it. Okay, so I opened it. Okay, and then you will see that it is much more better over here. Okay, so one thing I have to do is that I have to go here in the bump, because what I did was that it was not allowing me to take my file to Maya. So I use the bump. So bump is what, if you will notice that, can you see this texture, this rough texture? This is the bump. So it added the bump. So what I need to do that, I have to remove this bump now. So bump is in the geometry. If you click here and you're on your shader, geometry, you can open it up. There is a bump over here. I don't want this bump anymore. So what I will do, I will right click on this bump and break connection. So bump will be gone. Now I don't have a bump. I have my texture that I was looking for. Okay. Why the bump? I got it here because if you remember, when I was in the UV editor, okay, and I was about to create a image or like a PSD network, it was not allowing me to create without using any one of these. So I didn't have any kind of color or normal thing. I only had this map, specular map or displacement. So I used the bump. So when I use the bump, it added the bump on my like a texture. So I had to go inside my hypershade in the geometry and the bump mapping, right click, break connection, and then now I don't have a bump, so everything is clear. Now I want to put a pizza company logo over here. Okay, so I want to put a pizza company logo on the top of this. So what I will do here is that I will go to my Photoshop file here. Okay, and for now I will just minimize this one, and here is my top part. As you know, how I know this is the top, because of this when I was doing in the UV editor, when I checked, the top was highlighting. So I will put a logo right over here, then I will unhide my layer. Okay, because I cannot see where is the top, that's why I hide it. Now I have to go to file, open, and I have this pizza PNG file. I will open this up, select it, copy it, okay, just like you do in Photoshop. Bring it here, put it on the top, but it's too big. Let me make it small. Now I'm done. Now what I will do, I will turn on this carton. Okay. Now, if you will notice, to make it a little bit more realistic, I have these blend modes. If I will go to multiply, you can see that it will look like this. Okay, kind of looks very like like a realistic over here. Okay, you can see this color and the carton background, so it kind of looks good. So I will save it here. After saving, I have to go to Maya. Okay, it should be updated, but it takes a little trick to update because it doesn't update right away. You have to open your shader, hypershade, and you have to click this carton like box over here or hypershade here. Okay, and then you have to click this open file. So what will happen if I will click over here and then go to my pizza PSD file, pizza box UV file, I have to select it again, and then it will be updated. Okay, now this is pointing in a different direction. Okay, it is here. It should not be like this. It should be pointing over other side. So what I can do in the Photoshop, okay, uh, I have to turn this around. I will go here in Photoshop and rotate it like this and then save it again. Okay, once I will go here, okay, and then I have to update it again back here. Okay, now it's fine. Okay, so you can see now we have the pizza box. So I have one pizza box here. I can do one thing. I can make two pizza boxes. How? I can duplicate this. To duplicate this, I can select this, press Shift key on my keyboard. Like in Photoshop, you press Alt key on your keyboard and move your item. So you create a clone, a duplicate. Here, you can do the same thing, but you have to press the Shift key on your keyboard and then move your object and move it with these arrow keys. Otherwise, what will happen? They will fly in the air like this. So you have to stick it to the ground. Okay. And then what I can do that I can move it here. Then I will rotate it with my rotation tool a bit like this. And also rotate it something like this. Okay. But you can see it's not on the ground. Let me move it a little bit upwards and then I can move it here and a little bit down. Arrange it in that way. So maybe this pizza box is empty. Everyone, whoever were eating that, they finished this pizza. So I'll put this here. Okay. So now we have this two pizza boxes. Clear, everyone? Anyone who have question now? So that we can continue by making like a pizza now. So now we will going to create a pizza. So is it clear? Anyone who have questions? Okay. So now what I will do here is that I will start making a pizza. To make a pizza, because already we have a box now, so we know the pizza should be not bigger than this box. Okay. So again, let's do one thing before making a box. Okay, or sorry, before making a pizza, let's make a ground here. So because right now it's very hard to tell what is on the ground, what is not on the ground. To make a ground, I will not choose any one of this. I will go to my curves and surface and use my nerve. Okay, because nerve is easy to map. So I will take the nerve and I will make a simple nerve over here. Okay, like this one, you can see that. It's already made, but it's too small. You cannot see that because it's too small. So I will go here. Okay, and I will change the size of the nerve here. The make nerve plane, if you will go here. This is all I have covered in the lessons. I have already covered in the lessons. Okay, maybe 500 I will type here. Oh, 500 is too big. 200 is fine. Okay. So now I have this. So I can now tell what is on the ground. So you can see the pizza is not on the ground. It's in the air. So I have to move this a little bit upward. Okay, now it's fine. And from here you can see it is in the air as well, this one. So I have to move it a little bit down. Okay, now it's fine. Okay, now from here you can see that it is penetrating here, like it's going through, which is not right. So what I can do here is that I can move it a little bit back until it gets fine. Okay, so yeah, now it's fine. Okay, now let's make a pizza. Now making pizza will be a little different. It will be not same as this because this is a geometrical object. Geometrical object means like it's a simple shape, a box made out of rectangles. But pizza is organic. Okay, you can see the picture of a pizza here. It's like organic, so it have to be soft, not hard like this. So to make a pizza, I can make from here, or press shift key on my keyboard, right click on the screen and choose a cylinder here. And when I will select a cylinder, okay, I can make a cylinder here. Okay, and I will give a height to the cylinder, like a little bit big here. And I have to make sure if my cylinder is not bigger than the box, if it is fitting in the box. Okay, so if it's not fitting in the box, you can see that the size is fine, the dimensions and other things stuff is fine, but it's too like like thick to be a pizza. So what I can do, I can reduce the thickness maybe 2. Can I close the box? Kind of. So maybe 1.6 or 1.4. 1.4 is fine. So the pizza base is ready now. So now what I need to do is that I have to make it look like a pizza. Pizza is already round, but if you will notice that pizza is soft and there is an edge over here. Like you can, what is this crust? So I have to make an area for a crust here and it have to be soft. To make something soft, if you have already gone through my lessons, you have 2-3 options. The first option is that you have to go to mesh, then choose smooth. When you press smooth modifier, it will give you subdivision here. So it will become smoother. But if you do this, you can increase the subdivision from here as much you want. Okay, but what will happen? This will make your computer very slow. Okay, because you are putting actual smoothness here. So I will make it 0 from here. Instead of doing from mesh from here, okay, what you do is that you just create a temporary smoothness. Temporary smoothness means it will not actually apply on your character, on your object. It will only show it's there. Okay, like if I press 3 on my keyboard, so you can see that I have a smoothness over here. But here in subdivision level, you can see there is no smoothness, but it is just showing me that how it will look like when it will be smooth. Okay, so that's much more better. So the shortcut is 3. You just have to select, press 3 on your keyboard, you will get this. If I want to go back to normal, I have to press 1. And if I press 2, so it will show me my actual object and my smooth object. So 1 is original, 2 both at the same time, 3 only the smooth. Okay, so this is how I will get it. So right now it is fine. It will look good. So what I have to do is that I have to go to my poly smoothness over here. Sorry, my poly cylinder over here, and I will add 4 subdivision gap. So you will see 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. Okay, why I need it? So I can at least make this crust. Okay, to make that crust, I added this. So now what I have to do is that I have to right click here, go to face. Okay, select all these faces here. Okay, it will take a little time to select all of it, and I'm selecting it with the shift key. I can do one thing. I can go here and I can make a selection like this and right click face. Okay, I can make a selection like this and they all will be selected, but the problem will be the one which are on the bottom will be also selected. Okay, which I don't want. Okay, I cannot see that here right now. Okay, let me show you here. Let me move it up. Okay, so if I go down, you can see that these are also selected, which I don't want. I only want the one which are on the top to get selected. So I will select one by one with the shift key so that there is no issue here. Let me select it with the selection tool. Always select with the selection tool. Don't select with these tools because maybe they will extrude by mistake or something happens. wrong. Okay, so I will select all of it here. They all are selected. Now I have to select these also, but it will take time. So what I will do, I will press Shift on my keyboard, then greater than sign, okay, which is like an angle sign. Okay, so greater than sign is like this. Let me make it here. This is the greater than sign. You can see that. Okay, this is the greater than sign. So Shift and greater than sign, if you will press, so what it will do, it will grow my selection. If I will press less than sign, so it will make my selection like it will shrink my selection. So if I will press Shift and greater than sign on here, so it will start growing my selection. Can you see that? If I will press less than, so it will start shrinking. Okay, so if I will go and press this, that's fine. Now I have to extrude it inwards. Okay, so I will take my moving tool with W. If you press W or here, your moving tool will be there. I will press Shift key on my keyboard and move this down. So it will extrude down a little bit like this. Okay, now I can go back to my object mode by right clicking, go into object mode, and then I press 3 on my keyboard, and you can see that it kind of look like this. But issue is what? This is not too wide. Can you see the crust? It's too wide. It does not look like pizza. It looks like it's a plate. Okay, which is wrong. Okay, so what I have to do, I have to undo it this. Okay, and go back to 1. I have to divide this or increase this edge at least so it will reach here. So what I will do here is that I will right click, okay, and I will go to my edge mode here. Okay, then I will select this one. Okay, how? These edges. To select the edge, this edges, I can press 1 and keep on pressing Shift and selecting. The easier way to select all this is in a loop. To select all this in a loop, I can select any one of this and double click on it. When I double click on it, they all will be selected. Suppose this here, I will double click it, all is selected. Now what I can do is that I have to make it bigger. So if I will take selection tool and scale it, you can see that it is becoming bigger. And then I can extrude this one. Okay, same as it is here. Okay, so this is how I can change the size of it. But when I'm using my scaling tool, you can see it is not only making it bigger, it is deforming my you can say like my mesh over here, my piezo over here, which is not right. So you cannot use scale tool and just scale it like this. It will ruin your design, like your model. So what I will do, I will undo it, okay, and then I will increase the size, but by pressing the Shift and Control key. When you press Shift and Control key, just notice what it says, slide. Now this will slide it. It was, see, it is not ruining. When I go outwards, it doesn't move outward. It is sliding. Okay. So this is the best way to do it. Press Shift and Control on your keyboard if you're using PC. If you're using Mac, then Shift and Command on your keyboard and then scale it. So it will slide your edges. It will not resize your edges. Okay. So somewhere like this. Okay. I am done. Now what I will do is that I will right click, go to face mode. Okay. Now I have to select with the Shift, with the Q, with the selection tool. Okay. And I have to select this one by one. It takes time, but we don't have any other option. Now I will press Shift key on my keyboard and I will increase my selection like this. Okay. Now once this is done, what I have to do is that I have to extrude inwards just like what I did before. Press W, extrude inwards with the Shift and move it down. Okay. Now if I move it too much down, you can see it's not right. So it have to be a little bit here. Okay. Now what I can do is that I can press 3 to see how is the result. Now you can see that I'm getting the crust, but issue is that there is too much smoothness across the pizza main dough and the crust. There is this very smooth line over here, which is not right. If you will see over here, it's very sharp from here, okay? So this is not right. This is not the way a pizza is. There is no smooth blend between like a crust and the main pizza. So how I can fix this? So let me undo this, okay? I will go back to my one here. Now what I will do here is that I want to add a chamfer edge over here, or an edge loop over here, to make this edge sharper, okay? So I will not have that issue, okay? Yeah, insert edge. So I have to add a insert edge over here to do that, okay? So another way to do is, let me turn on my smoothness so you can see the result at the same time. So now I will right click here. Oh, sorry. I will press shift key, move it down to create like this. Okay. Now what I will do here is that I will right click here, go to my edge mode, and I will take either this edge or this edge, any one of the edge. I will take this one because this is the main edge which is causing issue. So I will take this edge, okay, double click it, okay, and what I can do here is that 2-3 ways I can solve this issue. Once this is all selected, I will press shift key on my keyboard, right click on here, and I will go to Bevel Edge. Now what does the Bevel Edge do? Bevel Edge can convert my edge into two edges. Now one edge has become two edges, so I can decrease the size of that edge here. Okay, this is the size of that edge. Okay, so you can see, let me press 1 so you can see what is actually happening. So if you can see that, can you see what is happening to my edge? Let me do it all over again so you can clearly see. So this edge I have selected. This is the edge which is creating issue. So when I select this edge and then press shift, right click, Bevel Edges, so you can see that when I make it bigger or smaller, you can see it is becoming two edges. If you want more, you can add segment. If I make two segments, you will see there is more. Okay, now let's see how is the result. If I press 3 on my keyboard, this is how it will look like if I add more segments. If no more segments, it will look a little smoother. With segments, it will look sharper. More, it will look very sharp. Okay, so I think I will add maybe three segments. Okay, and 0.1 friction. So you can see now it does look like a pizza now. Okay, so a nice looking good pizza. Now I will right click here and go to my edge, keep it on the edge. Let me do one thing. Let me undo this whole thing again, just to show you another method to do. Okay. Now another method is that, let me press 3 on my keyboard so I can go back to my my regular mode here. Other way I can do is to insert edge loop. To do that, I will press shift key on my keyboard, right click, and there is an option here called insert edge loop. When I click insert edge loop, so I can press anywhere between the edges and edge like this. Can you see that? So here I want to add it here very close to this one. If I will press very close to this one, you will get this kind of result. So you can also add edge loop. Okay, so I will go with the edge loop part. Okay, so this is how you can add an edge loop. Right now I'm in the edge loop option. So if I will keep on pressing, I will get edge loop. Like suppose if I will press here, I will get one edge loop here. So I will add one more here, just in case if I want to change something. Okay, and one more I can add here, or I think this is fine. Yeah, this is fine. Only on the top I added. Okay, so now I'm still in the edge insert edge loop mode. So I have to go out. How to go out? Simple press Q or click here. So I will be outside. Now you can see that I have I have created one edge here which solves the problem. Okay, and I can double click on this part. Okay, so that it will select this whole one, this whole. loop here. So it is have selected. So I will press W on my keyboard, and notice, because it looks flat right now, if I will move it up, so you can see it is becoming a little bit circular, like a tube, like an actual pizza dough. Now I have to do one thing here. Okay, what I have here is that you can see the middle part, which is the main pizza thing. This is flat. Okay, it looks very flat. It should not look flat. There should be a little bit fluffiness here. So I can right click here, go to my face mode, select all these faces again with my selection tool with the Q. This is the selection mode with the Q. Select all of it. Okay. And press W. I'm in the smooth mode. I'm not in my regular mode. If I will press 1, I will go to the regular mode. I'm in the smooth mode, which is 3. So it can show me the result quickly. If I will go up, you can see it is only moving the middle part. Okay, I don't want that. So I have to do what? I have to press Shift key, greater than sign, then again greater than sign. And now if I will move it, you can see that it's going a little bit nicer upwards. Okay, now press Shift and less than sign, so it can reduce it. So a little bit more reduce. Now I will go a little bit inside. Now again Shift and less than sign, and again outward. So in out in out. So I have a rough area over here. Now pizza basically is not smooth like this. So there is a roughness. So what I can do here is that I can right click here, go to my vertex. I can select random vertex with my selection tool here. Okay. By pressing Shift key, I can select more than one. So I can select random vertices here. Okay. Few from here, few from here. Okay. So I have selected random vertices here. And I can now press W on my keyboard and move them little bit up. Okay, so what it will create a little bit noise. So up or down, up to you. So I will move a little bit up, not too much, not too much. Okay, little bit. Now I will select few more. Okay, not the same one, but try to select this different one, few, very few. Then W, and this time I will move it a little bit down. Okay, so now I have this pizza thing here ready. I will right click, object mode. Okay, now I have to do the UV map on the